Right, here we go. In 10 seconds. Sup, you fools? Matt is United, your favorite Eurovision channel. It is happening, Sean. It is happening.
I know.
Tonight, the very first semi-finals. What happened like the last 10 days?
It's gone like a flash, hasn't it?
gone.
It always happens.
And we wait for like a year for it, and then 2 hours later,
it's over.
It's over.
It's not even that. It's the 10 minutes at the end. It's brutal.
Because we've listened to the songs like a gazillion times
You're in.
already.
You're in. You're done. Go.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah.
So thank you first of all. This is the ES United pre-show live stream, and what we're going to do, we're just going to talk a little bit about, guess what, Eurovision and the first semi-final, and then just our thoughts, our insight, if you will, and then we're going to answer your questions just a little bit later on. So let's get this ball rolling. Thank you first of all for those who joined and just want to hang out with us for a few minutes. This is a very casual thing. There is nothing for you to listen to right now. The show will start in an hour. So again, we're going to ask a little bit. Yeah, you look classy, people are saying.
Thank you. I don't know if it's a blouse, but thank you. Yeah, it's a big night. I figured I'd dress up a little bit.
I was going to dress up actually a little bit as well, and then
You've not seen the tutu that I've got on underneath the desk, though, so you know.
It's very suit.
Yeah,
No,
it's literally smart casual.
Yeah, don't get up. No, I was going to wear something nice as well, and then I forgot. I just walked out of the house. Oh, shoot, I meant to put something in a nice shirt. Oh, well, for the second semi-final, I will try to remember.
We'll go full suit for the final.
Yeah. So let's talk about a few things. Laters. So, the biggest thing, not the biggest thing, the betting odds. Let's talk about the betting odds real quick. Something has happened.
Yes.
What is that? Tell us, Sean.
Well, for the first time since the 10th of March, because I did a little bit of research this morning, Israel is no longer the favourite to win this year's Eurovision Song Contest. And
who is it, Sean?
It's Cyprus and Fuego.
What?
So Eleni Ferreira has impressed, I guess, the press, the fans, anyone who will pay attention to Eurovision to such a point where she is now the not even sort of slight favourite. I think she's quite a bit away ahead of Israel.
Yeah, let me look at exact.
She's now sort of, I think it's like 2-1 to win this year's Eurovision Song Contest.
Are you surprised by that, or you saw that happen?
Yes,
three and a half,
in a way.
like that.
Yeah, it might have drifted out a little bit more again.
I mean, it's going to change again, but
I think it's because Israel have drifted out to about 5. That's probably why.
I think it's a little closer now, but it's still, she has a decent lead. Not, I mean, overall.
I'm a little surprised about it because I thought from the jury show last night it was very good.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong, but I didn't see anything different that was really that special.
Yes.
That would make it. All of a sudden, the odds would just shift so much in her favour.
And do you think it may have been the opposite, that they didn't like net us and therefore she became the first?
I thought Netta did a brilliant job last night. I mean, it could be a bit of A, a bit of B, but I thought she did a brilliant job. I'm surprised by it. In a sense, it's a brilliant performance. I can see why it's up there in the odds, but can you really see? To win the Eurovision Song Contest, you've got to impress both the televoters and the juries, and you've got to finish, I would say, at least second in both.
Yeah, you could, but finish with third. I mean, you can do third.
Could you really see?
Though.
Yeah, but could you really see, for example, Fuego finishing like third or second in the juries or higher?
It'll be tougher, and that's exactly what I was going to say. So you stole my thunder there. So yeah.
Oh, sorry.
And it's nothing against the song, It's really just you look at what juries usually would go for, and I just don't see that as a jury favorite. But if Cyprus were to win, I would be, that's a great place to go to. Granted, we talked about the venue, what they're going to do, right?
Well, I think Cyprus are now the country that have been waiting longest for their win, haven't they?
I thought it was Malta. Because Malta,
Cyprus or Malta. But
Malta has been around.
It'd be another one that's been waiting a long time. So all of a sudden we'd have Portugal winning, and then Cyprus winning in Portugal, and then we'd probably have Malta winning in Cyprus, and then Iceland winning in Malta, and then everyone's going to be very happy because everyone's won before, and then we'll go around the cycle again, and it'll be Sweden. Yeah.
But keep in mind, and I was talking to some of the betting, there are several people, their job is betting odds, and I talked to one earlier, while you guys were not here yet, and totally calling you out here right now. I was here, you guys weren't. No, I meant to say just when
it's
you...
my day off.
I'm kidding. But he was saying it's going to change, a lot of it will change just after the result.
Yeah.
And little fact,
it does.
what if Cyprus goes into first half and Israel into second half? Those things, but betting odds have a significant...
But it does. Remember 2014, where the Netherlands came out of nowhere to be towards the top of the betting odds.
Even Austria was climbing after this. It happens all the time. Both of them were.
Tonight is the first opportunity we get to see how the wider general public think of the songs.
Yes.
because they won't have heard them yet. So it's literally just first impressions tonight for a lot of people. And they go, oh, I like that, or I don't like that.
Yeah.
If we go, if you're on Twitter later on today and the general public go, oh, this Cypriot entry is just trash, or it's like it's okay but it's nothing special, then all of a sudden they'll start drifting down the odds because people think, oh well, people aren't actually appreciating that much. Whereas if people love Netta, or they love something else, maybe it's Belgium all of a sudden comes out of nowhere and people appreciate the simplicity of it.
That is true.
It can happen. Maybe people are wowing over Estonia and her voice, and all of a sudden Estonia would be the favourite to win. When it's so close and it's fine margins like this, it can change so much.
You're absolutely right. It is so fascinating. Some people are like, yes, betting odds are always fun to look at. They only tell so much of a story. We're always pointing that out. So take it with a grain of salt. But I think after the show tonight, I think that's when you can maybe get a little bit more of a feel for it, because as you pointed out, the Netherlands, when they climbed in 2014, Austria, kind of the same thing, but Netherlands was even more dramatic. And those kind of things, they tell a little bit more of a story. Would you say that's kind of fair now after the results?
Well, yeah, because first of all, you do have to wait for the results, because obviously
but I mean, like
it could change. But
you have 10 qualifiers. Not all 10 of them climb up a lot.
No.
Only certain ones go up.
No, a lot of it's down to how it does get received, and luckily it would have been more difficult back in the days when we didn't have social media and anything like that. But now these days, everything's so instant. Everyone's got an opinion, and the opinion is so quick. You can type something out, oh, I hate this song, or I love this song. You put it out there, and everyone who's reading that hashtag in the world can see it. So, if you can get a general consensus of which songs are being better received than others, then that's going to affect the odds.
Yes, no, absolutely. You're completely right.
Just to point out as well, we have to remember, because a lot of people seem to forget this, the betting odds are literally dictated on people putting money on certain songs. It's not really a prediction, and it's not really a tastemaker. It's just people think, I have an idea and I have an inkling that this song will do this well in the show, so I'm going to put money on it.
And that's
if
exactly
I put
right.
€500 on San Marino to win, they'd shoot up the odds.
And it's very because prime example is Finland this year. Finland is currently, the last time I checked, 11th in the betting odds to win, but it's 14th to qualify. How does that add
Exactly.
up? You know what I mean? So, but we know why exactly, because they don't.
And I think we were looking at some of them on the train earlier, and I think Moldova were about 9th favourite to finish top 10 in the final, and 10th favourite to win. Or something like that, and it's just like, surely it's more likely to finish in the top 10 than it is to win.
Yes.
And I know it's slightly less likely to win, but you think there'd be a bigger difference.
Yep, you would think so.
Yeah.
Right? But
if you're 10th in the odds, it's a strange one. But
yes. So let me talk about the next topic here. Moving on. So I'm not sure if you heard, but Belgium, the team, is very upset about the rehearsals, right? Because they rehearsed and they got a lot of criticism, and they dropped in the betting odds, and everyone was like disliking the video. Same thing happened last year, right? So they are pushing hard now. They said they don't want any rehearsals to be available to the press or anyone. They should be all closed 100%. Nothing should leak or be out there. How do you feel about that?
I don't agree with it, because I think these artists, they come here and they have, fan sites, and they get promotion from that, and the betting odds will change based on what people say.
Yes.
But it's down to the delegations. If the delegations have a good performance, or they make a good performance on stage, then surely that's going to, people are going to react well to it. Because people, I know there are some people here that can be biased, but the majority of people here are quite objective, and they'll say.
Well, they're trying to do their best. Yes.
I mean, I have a feeling that there's probably some kind of foul play going on with the Belgian videos, because I feel like, and people have mentioned it to me on here before, I feel like, if you get a couple of 100 dislikes in a couple of minutes on a video, that's not really fair, is it? That's not objective. If people haven't even,
when
hasn't even been on long enough to watch the video,
barely 3 minutes.
So I think there's something going on there, whether people just want to
why?
Trash.
Who would that?
I don't know, and it's strange for Belgium, because why would you pick on Belgium as a country? But
I know it seems like not the target,
maybe there's a lot of angry Dutch or German people or something, or French that
blame the neighbors. That's how it goes. But I agree with you. I don't necessarily think that they should just shut down the rehearsals. No. And I get it. It sucks when you have 2 years, 2 good songs. Objectively, at least popular songs, I should say. Good is subjective. But
and you've got to remember, in some countries, that for me, from a British perspective, there's not really much hype around rehearsals or anything to do with the contest, pre-contest anyway. But in some countries, there would be. Some countries will have a build-up, and they'll go, there's this, and this. So you're denying the broadcasters their chance to promote Eurovision.
Yes, absolutely.
And if they don't get the chance to promote Eurovision, then they're not going to be paying money to have the rights as much.
Yes.
It's a money issue there. The broadcasters, the national broadcasters, will be, it'll all be involved with the money, and the package that they get is that they get so much from the rehearsals and they have all of this.
Yes.
And I don't think the EBU's going to let people
I don't
not
think
see.
so either.
I know they're sort of restricting what we can show.
Yes.
But they don't restrict what we can see.
Yes. Correct. They don't want to go that far.
Yeah.
It's just impossible. So I understand the frustration of the Belgian team. I totally get it. It sucks 2 years in a row. You have popular songs.
Yeah.
And
but then you could say, for example, I'm sure the Cypriot delegation love the fact that we can see the rehearsals.
Yes.
Because they've benefited from it.
Exactly. You have to just kind of bring it on. So this is not the right path. Just, it's just like 2 years in a row could be also just a fluke thing. It could happen. And
it's not even like they've suffered for it.
Yeah, it didn't suffer. It's almost a good thing in some ways if you think about it, because people maybe didn't put so much money on Blind last year, and then she still did really well.
Yeah.
So people made probably good money off of that.
Yeah.
But I get it. You want to be high in the odds, and when you go down, it sucks. But it is not the right approach.
But again, we have to reiterate that the delegations probably put too much weight into the odds, because if you have a good performance on the Saturday, on the Friday and on the Saturday, then
Yeah. But the thing is, it's beyond. But the reality is, when you are high in the odds, you become a little bit more important, for the lack of a better word.
Yeah.
You get more interviews requests. You get more media.
You get more publicity. Yeah.
If Netta had was singing "Let's Do Who We Are" from San Marino, I don't think Israel would have been as big of attention.
No, probably not.
You know what I mean? So I understand that predictions, they mean something to the artist.
Oh, they mean something.
Yeah.
They mean something to the delegations, because it gauges how well they're doing, and I can understand why,
It's
why
so
they
confusing.
look at the odds.
It's so.
But then again, how are the delegations going to know if they're doing well or not if we can't see the rehearsals?
Yep.
They need feedback. The EBU will just tell them, "Oh, you're doing great."
Yes. Everything is just
everything's
great.
perfect.
Yes. Because they watch our streams. And
surely it helps the delegations to know before the contest whether they're doing the right thing or not, and they can make changes. If they just go into it blind and then they fail, then they'll go, "Well, what went wrong? We thought we did a good performance," and everyone goes, "Actually, no, it wasn't."
Yeah. It's like one of those things.
It doesn't make sense for me.
It reminds me then of a little bit, how you have a mother who was protective of their son, and he wants to be a singer, but he sucks. But she said, "No, you're such a great singer.
Yeah.
You're amazing." And then they're going,
and then he goes on and gets booed off stage.
Yeah. It's kind of like that.
It doesn't make sense for them to not want the feedback from rehearsals.
Yes.
But there we go.
And then Simon Cowell takes them apart.
Yeah.
So, no, I totally agree with that. So, by the way, guys, we're not going to live stream throughout the actual show. We want you to watch it, and guess what? We want to watch it too.
Yeah.
We want to enjoy it. But
we
we'll
are
be
still
back.
fans.
We are still fans after all. But we will be back virtually right after the show is over with our live stream here, and you get probably an immediate reaction. Some of us maybe be happy, some of us may be crying. There will be going to be a lot of notion here in the press center, and we'll share our reactions, and we'll record the reaction of the press center as well. But the camera's already set up in the back.
Yeah.
But it's just a really weird setup this year with the rooms. We have 2 separate rooms, so there are not as many people in here as you usually would think. But we do what we can. So before we answer questions, do you have anything else? Oh, because I haven't talked. I mean, I have talked to you, but you weren't really here with the folks a whole lot yesterday. What were your thoughts about the jury show? Any thoughts, comment, good, bad?
Nothing really changed too much, which is why I'm surprised that the odds did, tweak so slightly. I thought Armenia was probably the biggest winner out of yesterday, because I thought they did a really good performance.
Yes, it was probably his. I mean, he's always consistent.
I'm almost inclined myself to change probably one of my predictions. I won't say who, because obviously what I've said is already out there, and I don't
it's
make
already
any changes
printed
now and be, accused of being like two-faced.
I get it, because I had the same thing.
I'll mention it in the post-show depending on how the qualifiers go. So
yes,
but I am a little bit, say Armenia is the most borderline for me. But yeah, they had a good performance. I thought Netta did really well yesterday. I thought she had a real passion for the song that we've not seen yet so far. But yeah, other than that, there wasn't really anything that particularly stood out. I guess Alexeyev, Belarus, I thought he seemed really nervous.
He seemed a little bit nervous. Even
I think he seems to get stage fright, because he had it in the national final as well. He seems to get stage fright quite badly and can't hide it as well. Like you could see from the rose in his hand, it was shaking.
Yes.
And he, you know, his vocals were nervous from that, and I just worry about.
Wonder how they. I mean, I picked it up a little bit because we were talking about something's wrong because you saw his hand shaking. I don't know if that the juries will really going to count that against him, but it's more than just the shaking because you could see a little bit of strain in his face, a little bit, you know, like a little tension.
You could hear it in the vocals.
It wasn't horrible, by all means. It wasn't horrible, but
that was one I picked out in particular that he looked very nervous. Whereas they're all nervous.
Yeah, but they were all pretty good overall.
Yeah, but they're like some of them can just turn on a game face and some of them can't. I guess.
Some people have that talent where they can, even if they have stage fright or whatever, they just when they counts
focus,
and they're in the zone.
Yeah.
Others are better than others
because you can see the relief on some of their faces after the performances, can't you?
Yes, and I can only imagine. Now there is a lot of not a lot of drama, but you know, concerns about Greece yesterday. I'm sure you heard about that they wanted to have another run through because there were some little hiccups as far as the staging is concerned. The fireworks, the pyro started early, and there was something else, I think.
Yeah.
And then the producer said, "No." You have any thoughts? Like, is that really?
I'm just watching because we haven't got any dislikes at the moment, and I think for what I'm about to say, we probably will. So
great,
just,
thanks a lot, Sean.
No, nothing too bad. But what I would say about this whole situation is that yes, Greece have had problems. I can accept that. Obviously, there have been issues, and they've changed things, and you know they've had the rehearsals to do that. But I think this is probably the third or fourth time this year that we've heard, oh, Greece have had problems, wait and see, you know, something will change, they'll have another go, and it's just like, at what point do we have to just say no?
Yeah.
How many chances? Does it get unfair at one point where Greece gets all these extra chances and other countries don't? Because I'm sure other countries have technical issues and faults that they really want to, you know, they want to sort out, but the EBU will say no. So I'm just got a first dislike there. But I'm just curious as to why. It's just strange to me. I know why Greece got an extra rehearsal. I appreciate that, but I think just. And I've heard that the Greek delegation are sat in the technical room tonight just to make sure everything goes okay. And it's just how complicated can it be to get it right?
Yeah, I'm being a little bit. I hear what you're saying, and I can totally see where you're coming from. Yeah. I think we're not really, you know, giving all the details on. Did Greece really just change their mind the last minute, and the EBU couldn't, you know, did their best but couldn't fulfill it, or did the EBU actually mess up? Because if the EBU completely messed up and they've known for a long time. Then I think they should get a run through. Now, if the Greece said, no, we need one last minute change.
This like's gone. Oh, now it's
don't worry about that. You're going to encourage.
I find it quite funny.
No, don't. So that would be my thing. We don't know exactly who is at fault. No. Like we can say the EBU, yes, made a mistake.
I will say that the EBU have made issues with it because you can clearly see that, you know, the smoke wasn't there.
Yeah.
But then you could also say, did the delegation put it there after they got, you know, the response that they did online?
Yeah.
All I would say to this is that yes, if a delegation has a problem with rehearsal and they think that they need to have another chance and the EBU are willing to let them, then let them. But I just think after you've had maybe 3 or 4 chances, you know, probably twice more than any other delegation, at what point does it just become unfair? At what point do you have to just say, look, just live with it? You know, you've done what you can with the staging, and the staging is what it is.
Yeah.
Just live with it, you know? I mean, there's plenty of others, like Denmark haven't kicked up as much of a fuss. Yeah, they have. I know they have.
No, I mean they have. They've complained,
but they haven't kicked up as much. I mean, Ireland's snow didn't work properly every time either. But I've heard nothing from their delegation. The UK last night had problems with their staging. I think they got to go again, but there wasn't too much of a, you know, drama there. So yeah, it's just it's strange to me. It just seems weird how there's seems to be all this focus on the Greek performance this year and the reruns. Yeah,
it's difficult to really pinpoint because what the issue is. The only thing I can see is because Greece had something else good. Because during the first dress rehearsal, she didn't use her hand. I mean, she used her hand, but not the blue hand stuff. Yeah. Then she brought it back again. So it seems to be always last-minute changes there. So that's the only thing where I can say, okay, something isn't quite right there. They didn't change
it just seems a bit strange to me. And I think if Greece do keep getting the opportunities, then I think it's very unfair on all the other participants.
Depending on the outcome. But it is what's very interesting. That's what I love about the jury shows and all that stuff, because there's so much going around that you wouldn't know unless you actually, you know, watch the live shows or follow up on that. So I find that super fascinating. So we're going to answer questions in just a second. Let me see. People kept asking me, so I'm just going to say it once. Because, like, what do you think about the Netherlands incident on the red carpet? I'm like, I don't have really opinion about that. I stay out of the drama as well. In case you're wondering, it was like Wayland had a run-in with certain journalists, and there was some yelling and some explicit language used because you know they were not really kind to him about the staging and all that stuff. Was pretty bad, and I'm like, I understand why you get frustrated as an artist when people really bash on you. So I don't blame Waylon for getting upset, but at the same time, I don't know all the details, and it's not my place to judge it. But people kept asking me and tweeting about it, so this is my official answer because I didn't know the details. I wanted to look it up at least. Oh, Sean. I mean, not you, Sean, but Sean Putnam. Let's do this. Wrong line. Wait, that's the wrong phrase. Sup, you fools. Way better. Wish I had some beers or cocktails. Predictions for which artist will win the semifinal. I mean, the odds right now, I mean, it screams Cyprus, but I'm still not convinced.
I think Estonia.
Estonia?
Estonia, Israel, and Cyprus will be the top three. I don't know which order, but I think Estonia will probably win the semi-final.
I could see that happening.
People don't seem to be mentioning Estonia anymore, but I think the televoters are going to love this.
I think
this will win the televote in the final.
It could win the televote or definitely be really high.
It's just about the juries, but I think the juries will appreciate it as well. Because, you know, the juries are full of, like, you know, singers and former Eurovision artists and people like that who appreciate the technicalities and, you know, how difficult it is to sing a song like this, which makes it look so effortless that I think, you know, it's a bit different to Il Volo a couple of years back, because that was, obviously it was a different kind of song. It wasn't as Eurovision-y, shall we say, so maybe they didn't quite get it, or, you know, but they still ranked it really high. You know, they still did really well.
Yes, no, they did.
For an opera song to finish, what was it, third in Eurovision? I think it was third.
Which one? What do you mean?
Il Volo.
Oh, Il Volo was third overall. Yes. Yeah.
So they did really well.
They put like 6 in the televote, in the jury vote, I think.
Yeah, and they won the televote.
Yes, they won by landslide actually. So that was an interesting year. So, any other thoughts on the semi-like the show tonight, or should we ask some questions?
It's going to be a bloodbath, and I'm looking forward to the battle.
Yes, so make sure that you come back after the show. As I said, we're going to turn this off at 9 o'clock, your Central European time, 8 o'clock our time, so we can all watch and enjoy the show, and we'll be back right after the results, talk about the qualifiers, and some disappointments who didn't make it, and then we'll see who will be drawn in what half of the semifinal. Always, there are plenty of second halves now left, so that's going to be a thing.
Alesk Andar says, what does yeah fuego mean?
It means fire. I had to look that up.
Yeah.
But Wikipedia helped me out with that. Okay, if you want to ask some questions, make sure you put at ESC United. So they stand out. If you don't respond right away, repost them or do a super chat, but we don't require that. It's just, whatever you want to do to help. But no, it's fine. Let's see here. First question. Air, Web, Breathe That. But it's not a vocal contest. It's a song contest. I don't like the idea.
Sorry, how did you pronounce that name?
Air, Web, Breathe?
Air, We Breathe.
Air, Web. Oh, yeah.
Air, Web, Breathe.
That's only one B. My bad. I saw there were 2 Bs. But this is not a vocal contest, it's a song contest. I don't like the idea the jury should vote for vocal abilities. It should be the overall package. Well,
in that case, Estonia still has the overall package.
Yeah.
But we know that the juries do look at vocal capability.
Yeah.
And it is a song contest, but it's also a performance contest.
A voice is part of the song.
A voice is part of the song.
Yes. And the entire package, when you say overall package, includes the voice, includes the staging, includes everything. So
Lithuania's song would be a completely different song if Eva wasn't singing it.
Yes.
If it was someone because she's got such a unique voice, it really changes
if
the feel of the song.
If Jetwood were to sing that song, for instance, it would probably lose.
Then it would be terrible. But yes, I mean,
I know I used an interesting example, but you know what I mean, because with no backup vocals on top of it, So now all the Jetwood friends are going to be like, Matt, that was not nice.
Does Jedward even make music anymore?
No. I don't know. You live in the middle.
I saw 2 people dressed up as Jedward in the Eurovision Village earlier.
Okay, so next question. Pugsley A says, France will show tonight. They are not in the final automatically. I do not understand. Okay, do you want to explain? You want me to explain?
What about the Big Five?
Well, France's particular situation.
Well, basically, the Big Five are obviously pre-qualified to the final. So France are pre-qualified, if that was your question.
Yes.
They are voting in the second semi-final on Thursday. So their performance, or a clip of their performance, will be shown on Thursday's second semi-final. It will be Germany, Italy and France that vote in that second semi-final. Portugal, Spain and the United Kingdom vote tonight. So clips of their rehearsals and their performances will be shown tonight, as well as the 19 participating acts.
Yeah.
So that's why there'll be no France tonight, but France doesn't need to go through the semi-final, so this is just a little bit of extra promotion.
Exactly. So the only difference is yesterday during the jury show, both the UK, all three, UK, Spain, and Portugal, all performed their 3-minute performance, and it was recorded. The EBU, they will show about a minute from each clip tonight during the live show, so people get a teaser, so have a little bit more exposure, just like the semifinalists, and you can then go after the show onto the YouTube page of Eurovision.tv and watch the full performance. Same thing for France in the Thursday show. Keep in mind, they're just doing that for just a little extra exposure because they usually are at a disadvantage for not performing in the semi.
It's just, it means that on the Friday before the Eurovision final, everyone's got a televised performance that's on YouTube or anywhere like that for people to see.
And it made buzz go up and down, all that stuff. And it's becoming, I mean, even back then in 2010, we had YouTube with Lena in Germany, but it was not as big of a thing back then. Now, 8 years later, it has changed. Social media, and it was very different back then, so it's only fair. Okay, so Icenam 426 says, do you think that Greece will qualify? Oh, so let me talk about this one. So we did a prediction video yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday, right? It feels like a blur.
They all blend into one.
I know. Where the team overall said Greece is not going to qualify. Not because we don't like it, because I love that song, but just because based on the...
Based on the field that we've got in the semi-final, and based
vocals
on
were at sometimes she was good vocally, but the staging didn't look right, and the staging looked good, and her vocals weren't good. So there was a disconnect there. So that being said,
she did okay in the jury final.
Yes, that was her best performance, I think. And now I'm also, if I already put my predictions down, I'm not going to change them because as you said, that would be kind of just bad. But after I actually did them, I should have considered more things. Number one, I mean, I didn't know how well she's going to do during the jury show, and she did well, and that Greece has a good semi as far as like friendly votes are concerned. A lot of countries that you tend to vote more Greek, and I didn't take that into consideration either. So if I could make a change to my predictions, there is a possibility that I put Greece back in there, but I didn't, and the team overall did not either. So, but you can check that on escunited.com. If she qualifies, I'll be a happy camper because this song belongs in the finals. Next question. Why has Onyx Topaz? Why has Azerbaijan gotten so? Let me scroll up here. It's going too fast. Why has Azerbaijan gotten so bad placing in the last years compared to their earlier days? Is it due to the voting scandal in 2014 or poor entries?
Change of direction, change of personnel. I think they had a change in the head of delegation or something after 2013, and it might have something to do with it in terms of their performances and the results. But I think if you were to look at a recap of all of Azerbaijan's entry, you can clearly tell there's a difference from 2013 to 2014 onwards. They went a little bit more alternative and different. And obviously not everyone appreciates that, but it has a different set of fans. But maybe just not as much of a broad appeal in their entries. I don't think it's anything too, controversial to look into.
Well, some people are saying, though, I'm just going to play the devil's advocate, because previously, prior to 2014, we had a very secretive voting process, right? Just an average ranking. So there's always the accusation that Azerbaijan, did kind of like, bought votes, certain countries giving it 12 points, and once the transparency came in, they stopped giving them 12 points.
But I think Azerbaijan after 2014 has been way more interesting than before.
I agree, actually. I agree with that. So there could be multiple reasons. I do think that, as you said, they sent a little bit less, I wouldn't say mainstream, but certainly less obvious fan favorites, if that makes sense. Whether it's not Playing with Fire. What's the one from 2014?
Start a Fire.
Start a Fire. Yeah. Something with fire.
Playing with Fire.
She started a fire to play with fire afterwards. And even last year was, it was a pretty good banger, but it was, not necessarily like an immediate like, ooh, catchy kind of song. You know what I mean? What?
A pretty good banger. It just made me laugh.
All right. Anyway,
that's not how I would describe it, but that was a different song.
Yeah.
And a really unique performance. It still paid off for them. They've still qualified every year.
And they did,
So it's not like they're completely terrible now or anything. It's just it's a different direction for them.
Yes.
So
good luck to all countries. Happy viewing, everyone. Same to you, Stefan.
What?
Sure. There's so many questions, so I'm just going to keep scrolling. So keep posting them if I miss them.
I saw one there that I'd like to answer.
Okay.
Where it says, as for Greece, is it not unfair to rehearse again if the organisers make constant mistakes. If the organisers are making constant mistakes, then yes. But as far as we're concerned, we didn't really see, after the jury rehearsal yesterday, we didn't really see any mistakes. It didn't seem to be a problem.
Yeah.
It looked like a good performance.
Yes.
Maybe they missed one thing or another, I don't know.
Yes.
But I can get why the Greek fans are probably frustrated if there are issues, but I just wonder why every other country has had it all go, they've had all their run-throughs go smoothly or smoothly enough.
Mm-hmm.
Why? So we've got 2 rehearsals for each country, and then Greece have got 4 or 5. It just seems a bit strange, a bit of an anomaly. If they had 1 extra, then yes, I could get that. But 2 extra, 3 extra. I mean, what if they're not happy with tonight's performance? Do they perform again? Is that then unfair?
Yeah.
if it looks okay to us and it looks the same as it has been previously, where'd you draw the line?
It's tough. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's a tough call. Absolutely. Okay. Next question. Ben Hayden, Matt. Sorry if I missed it, but why are you not convinced at Cyprus being the favorite? Well, I'm not saying it's not the favorite because it's not one of the betting odds. I'm just saying I don't know if it screams Eurovision winner to me. I think both of us kind of said we just don't know if this screams a top 3 jury favorite. I'm not even saying the televoters. Could it possibly end up in the number 1 televoters if it clicks?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think you probably have to remember as well is that a lot of the people who are in these rooms, they're of a certain demographic, dare I say, that might have a slight biased opinion towards this type of song and this type of performance.
Yes.
It's a very Eurovision fan kind of performance. And we've seen it before where these have, gone to the top. Like Italy last year. Italy was a very, the general public didn't really get it as much, but it was a very Eurovision fan kind of song.
Yes.
So everyone was convinced it was going to win, and we got caught up in the hype as well and thought, okay, Italy's going to win, but it's never quite straightforward as that. I mean, we are 1,500 people in a room in Portugal watching all of this on screen, but there's, however, maybe 150 million people in Europe watching this.
Yes.
And another 50 million who can't vote that are watching it elsewhere around the world. We are, we get to see it all first, because we are sort of, big into the contest. We do have sort of more informed opinions, I guess, than most. But we, our vote counts just as much as other people's. And if people at home who aren't particularly heavy Eurovision fans, if they like or don't like a song that the general Eurovision fan would like,
absolutely,
it changes. It's a difficult one to call.
All right, so. Alex X says, so let's make this clear to you. Jana's hand is blue and a laser is supposed to hit on the hand for an effect, which they managed to do yesterday, but the pyros went on the exact same time. I didn't see
I've not seen the laser.
I haven't seen the laser.
I've not heard any mention of a laser.
I didn't. I heard the mention of the laser, but I've not in one single rehearsal see the laser.
Yeah.
So I see we cannot confirm. That's a confusion here.
Yeah.
We hear about the laser, and then it
seems to me that there's the messages aren't very clear coming from either side. If the Greek delegation came out after the first rehearsal and said, "Look, this is what's supposed to happen. It's supposed to be a blue hand. It's supposed to be lasers."
Well, allegedly they did. They did an interview.
But they said, "Oh, stuff's held in customs."
Yeah.
So that's why it's not as good. And then the second time around, they went, "Oh, well, the smoke's missing or the pyros are missing or whatever." It's a different excuse.
Yes.
That's what confuses me and confuses us as people watching this, as we. Where is this meant to be? What we meant to believe?
No, that's a fair point.
So that's the only. Look, there's nothing against Greece or the Greek song. It's just it just seems like there's too many mixed messages coming from both sides for me to really form an opinion on whether it's right or not. And just from what I'm hearing, it just feels like it's just getting a little bit silly now, and there's too much going on.
Yes. All right. By the way, I see people like you. That Sean dislikes the song because he's criticizing it. That's not the point. It's about what happened, how it's being perceived, and the conflicting information and contradicting information from different groups being fed to us. If you believe one group, then of course, then you excuse the other, and vice versa. So we don't want to do that. We're trying to be objective. Yeah. So that's the best we can say here. How much safer would Finland be with dominoes? Jupiter ESC said.
Less safe.
Oh, way safer. No. So I would disagree on that. Domino would have been way bigger of a jury pleaser than Monsters. And I think it has a lot more of an international appeal. Monsters, to me, feels more of a Eurovision fan pleaser, not a mainstream pleaser.
I liked both songs, I really did. I really enjoyed Dominoes as well, but I just feel like Monsters has more of a broad appeal.
See, I see the exact opposite.
Yeah. So Dominoes was a very I thought it was a very Eurovision fan ballad. So there we go. It's just a difference of opinion.
It reminded me more of like Wrecking Ball or stuff like that. So kind of the Domino.
No.
It was a little bit more like that to me. Okay, so I guess we don't agree on that one. ESC fan since 2004. Guys, as you've heard the song so many times during the rehearsals, is there a song that you're not tired listening to?
I'm not tired of any of them yet.
Yeah, the ones that I liked before, I still like. And the ones I didn't click with as much, some of them kind of won me over, actually, more than anything.
Well, things grow and things fade as you come to the rehearsals. So.
And one thing, that's one of the things, a pet peeve of mine with Eurovision fans. And like, oh, I love this song. I've heard it too many times. Now I hate it. I'm like, you don't have to hate a song just because you kind of
you get tired of it, and like you'll go back to it in a couple of months. And go, oh yeah, I did really like this song, and then you'll get addicted to it again.
When especially those ranking, like no, only 1 point because I listened to it 15 times. And
it happened when I got home from Kiev. I didn't listen to a Eurovision song for about 2 months because I was just you go overtired with it, and then you listen to them in the summer. And you go, oh yeah, this is really good.
And some stick with you, some kind of fade.
Yeah, I don't think you ever grow to hate a song that you once loved. I think it's just a case of it
just becomes different.
Especially if you've got like diverse tastes, you just want to have different things for different moods. So, yeah. But I will say that it is quite intense having 2 weeks of constant Eurovision music. After a while, it does get tough.
It does get tough.
I think while you're here, you do have to try and listen to your normal music as well, just to keep yourself a little bit.
You kind of have to, yes. Yeah. I try to just immerse myself into Eurovision music because it's still Eurovision.
But every now and then, you need to hear something just from outside the
I
bubble.
actually listened to oldies at home earlier, like Elvis Presley. I'm like, I want to have that kind of music, and Tom Jones.
It's like last night, I was at the Euro Club in the outside bit where they've got the like the smoking area and things like that. They were playing like Justin Timberlake and Michael Jackson and stuff like that, and it was just like, oh, why are they not playing Eurovision music? And then 10 minutes later, I was like, oh, I'm actually glad they're not playing Eurovision
just for the
it's nice to have a bit of a change. So.
Okay, so any other questions? What do you think of the chances for Albania? KF10 is asking. I think it's quite interesting. Nobody at first seemed to like the song, but now the singer and his vocal qualities really seem to be at the hype. You liked it from the beginning.
I liked it from the beginning. I thought it was a great entry. I think they've done really well with the 3-minute version as well, because they've kept the elements that really made the song work. But it doesn't sound like, I think possibly part of Italy's fault last year was that it was a 3-minute and 20-something second song, and rather than sort of rearranging it and making it work, they just chopped a bit out, and it does sound a little bit sort of stuttery, I guess, when you listen to it. But no, I think Albania and what was the other country? Italy did really well with their sort of scaling down of the songs to 3 minutes. This year, but
often that flops. But this year
he's got such a good voice. It's a fantastic voice, and he was on form again last night. So yeah, I've got Albania in my qualifications, in my predictions.
Albania, I have a supporter and qualifier. In the end, I said no, not because I love the song, but it's a competition, but if he qualifies, it would be fantastic. It was also for the team. It was between Armenia and Albania in the end. Overall, and then Armenia just got a little, 1 extra vote, I guess. And that was enough. But it is a close call. Albania is in it, and if they qualify, I think there would no one at our team who would be upset about that.
No, definitely not.
Can I jump in?
What's up?
To all RuPaul Drag Race fans, Miss Vanjie.
Okay, the two of us don't get it, but Miss Vanjie. I don't know what that means.
No.
People in the chat do.
Okay, there's a lot of RuPaul fans here. Okay. What are Billy's choices for tonight's semifinal? Ugh. Fuego. It's all about fire. That's why he also Billy's also kind of into Under the Ladder. Plenty of fire there to kind of take care of.
Yeah.
So he likes that kind of stuff. So that's his favorites. I'm sure there are others. I have to think them through. Okay, Sean is asking, can we ask if anyone has a stream URL to watch the show online? Some of us don't have cable, satellite to watch local help. Sean, I checked earlier, Eurovision's YouTube page said they're going to have a live stream of that as well. So go to Eurovision.
Is that not going to be geo-blocked?
Oh. I don't know if the live stream's going. I don't think the live streams are geo-blocked. Could be. I use VPN, so I don't know if you have VPN. I do know that Eurovision.tv does a live stream, but they have a commentator in German.
That'll be geo-blocked, though.
No. I watch it always in America without.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Germany can watch it, because it's like their network.
Is that not because of I thought it was because Logo TV came in America and they took
No,
the
that's
rights.
just a coincidence. We contacted them, Logo, and it's just a coincidence. It's just that they don't get the rights, but it has nothing to do with Logo. That's at least according to the EBU they told us.
Okay.
But we don't know for sure.
Yeah.
So you can do it on Eurovision.tv, which is the German broadcaster, ARD. You can see it there. And there are other links as well. I don't know where else they are.
Why is it the German broadcaster?
Huh?
Why is it the German broadcaster?
Because I speak German, so I couldn't watch it in America.
No, but on Eurovision.tv, why is it like a German feed? It just...
Because it's .de. It's
.de? I thought you said
.de.
TV. Sorry.
No, DE.
Sorry. Okay, that makes sense then.
Yes. Did you hear Jana's performance today? It was her best run. I didn't listen. No, I did listen to her earlier. I thought yesterday was her best performance, actually, in the jury show. Not counting those, fire issues, but vocally she was pretty good yesterday. Her performance today was similar. Actually, I still thought yesterday was her best so far, at least in my opinion.
Yeah. I like it. It looks better now. It looks more dramatic.
Yes.
It really does. It fits with the song and the drama. I like what she does with the fog and the smoke when she raises up with her hands. I think it. I said in the original videos that this needs more dramatic moments, and that's what they've done. So
Yes.
I'm glad for them.
Yes. Okay, for the first time in 20 years, all of Israel will watch the ESC from kids to elders. Well, I guess it's a big hype there.
I wonder if it's going to end the same way as it did 20 years ago.
When was the last time they were really high up in the odds? I know in 2010. No, Israel. 2010 they were pretty high with Harold Scott. They were pretty high. Yeah, initially, but then he didn't do quite as well.
What about May Feingold?
She was not as super high, but she was higher-ish, but she was not a favorite like the winner.
No.
But she was higher. It was a disappointment there for sure, yes. So those are the ones that come to mind, though, so that's a good point. So we have 18 minutes to go until semi-final one show.
I know.
We watched it like a gazillion times.
2 hours and 18 minutes till we're all sat here probably crying or something like, oh my god.
Yes, so make sure if you're not...
I can't believe Cyprus didn't make it through. Oh my god. Israel are out as well. Yeah.
There will be casualties. Could be like whether it's Estonia, if it's Bulgaria, if it's Israel, if it's somebody will.
There's always a shock every year.
Especially in this semi. This semi there will be shockers.
Yeah.
And it's just going to happen. And keep in mind, make sure you subscribe. The link is already up, but we will be back after the show, right after, to do our pre-show analysis and get your reaction from us, everyone in here. It's going to be great. It's going to probably people going to be rushed to the press conference room. We're just going to watch it here.
Yeah.
We're probably going to have it up
I
on the
think
stream.
Fernando's going to go in, but yeah.
We're going to have the stream up and we can just see you half see anyway. I'm just going to add it to the stream.
Yeah.
You are the first German who does not look German. I get it all the time that people tell me I look
It's
German.
because you're not wearing lederhosen. That's why.
No, because I do look German, I think. At least people tell me. Some people walk up, you look Russian. Like, Russian? All right. I don't know. I don't know, but it's also, what does it mean to look American, first of all, right? Like, Americans are what? Immigrants from either the the Brits, the Germans, wherever, the Irish, Mexicans, everywhere. But even like the ones that are like the original settlers, like they were people from the UK and the Brits, England, and Irish people, all that stuff. So they would also look like them. What does it mean to look American unless you dress like an American?
I don't know. Certain people, I guess, certain countries might have a look, but it's a
look,
strange one.
For America, it's a little different.
If you went to the metro after the show,
Carlo from Ukraine said
obviously some people will have
Carlo from Ukraine said
some people have flags around them, but how many of them will
Blush.
will you be able to work out who they are?
Thank you.
So
Thank you, Carlo.
Thank you, Carla.
I look Italian apparently.
Yeah.
So
It was really
I'll take
funny.
that. I'd
Before
like
I
be
came to
Italian.
Lisbon, I spent like 3 nights in Barcelona, and I tried to blend in. I just walked into like a kebab store to get some food. Just walking in, I'm like,
And then you're
hola,
like-
and like, how can I help you? I'm like, I
Yeah.
didn't even say anything.
Yeah. Howdy, can I have a kebab?
No, I did just said hola, just walked in, like, hi, what can I get for you? Like, okay, am I that obvious? So maybe
Yeah.
I'm dressing too American, too foreign to
Yeah.
fit in. It was just very funny to me.
I don't try and put on an accent really. I'm just, just paranoid.
It's just very interesting. I'm trying to just be polite to, people just speak the language a little bit, just a few words, just so I'm not going to be like, where's the nearest bathroom, you twit? I'm not going to be like that. Okay, so, let's see here. Do you believe that Lithuania could win? Stratis Balamas. Here's the thing. I don't think it's going to be a winner, but I think that could really surprise us. I think.
You think so?
Yeah. It comes on how it clicks with people.
I just think it's a little. It will tug at people's heartstrings, but I think it's just a little bit too quiet and too, should we say, probably forgettable. I know it sounds harsh to say it like that, and I don't mean it to sound harsh.
I get it.
It's a really tough year.
It is,
and there's a lot of big standout performances, and maybe going simple is the right way to do it. But
yeah. I talked to people again this afternoon, bookies. They actually have it on their radar.
What is one that could improve?
On the radar to actually do better.
Yeah.
They're not even completely dissing it as a possibly non-win. It could happen. This could win.
Well, where are they on the odds? They must be quite low down.
Oh wait, hang on a second. Matt, can you help me find the stream from ARD? Oh, thank you first of all. Let me try to find it for you, Sean. While you talk. So sorry about that.
Well, I need a question. So if someone could give me a question.
Stefan, can you look at questions that come up and let Sean know? I'm just looking up for Sean right now.
Which one? The ARD or?
Yeah, I'm looking up the link,
okay.
but yeah, just ask questions. If you see any questions that come up, because he cannot look up the question. Jetzt live. Oh, there's the link.
Oh, that was quick. Yeah.
At least it says that's the link. Oh no, that's the warm-up. Never mind. It says that's the warm-up.
Yeah, but will that not change to the hub finale or whatever it is?
Let me see. I'm looking right now. Diskutieren.
Das ESC hub finale.
Yeah,
but
it's
Cyprus won jury vote.
Do I think Cyprus won the jury vote? No.
No. Somebody asked that earlier. Do you think they went to #1 because they won the jury vote? No one knows. I mean, most people don't know. Maybe Jan Ola's son, but nobody else does.
People always think it's insider information, but the EBU are quite watertight with stuff like that.
Do you believe Cyprus will win?
No.
No.
Where is Billy?
Billy is
in the other room.
Well, he's over there, but his cousin's at the back somewhere. In fact, can you just go back on the stream a second? Can you not see Billy's cousin right in the background?
Yeah,
like
behind the water, right?
Bottles.
Behind the water bottles, not water bottles.
Water. It's not water.
Yeah.
It's not water.
Sean, I'm going to send you a link privately on our Facebook, just so you can see if that's the one. It currently says it's just a warm-up. It may switch over to the actual link. So just try this one out and see if that one works. If not, message me on Facebook. I'll pay attention. I'll find you one.
Do you think Estonia will create
Sometimes they just come up as it goes live.
What's that, sorry?
Do you think Estonia will create a winner moment?
A winner moment?
Yeah.
I think out of all of the performances I've seen, I think the two that gave me winnerish vibes were Israel and Estonia. I would say
Hungary
so
be a
far.
Surprise winner?
Huh?
Could Hungary be a surprise winner?
Oh yes, but I'd love it to win.
It would be a
amazing.
surprise winner,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's going to win.
No.
But I would love it. Okay, so we're back in the chat. So Sean has said, let me know if this one works later on. If not, I'll keep looking because sometimes they just pop up as they go live.
Yeah.
One, no, Ismail, we know that there is an online stream available on the official YouTube channel.
It's geo-blocked in America.
It's geo-blocked in America. They cannot use it, so we have to kind of sneak around that little thing.
Yeah.
And last year, or the year before, I gave that link to my friends so they could watch it, and it worked. And I assume it's going to work as well.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. So we have 12 minutes to go. Let me see another question. Do you believe Sweden will send something different the next years, but good-looking male singers with decent voices and super artificial staging as they had the last 4 years?
They won't send anything different until
they flop.
Bjorkman leaves.
Bjorkman.
Yeah, and becomes executive supervisor of Eurovision and replaces Jan Ola's.
Do you think he's going? I don't think he's becoming.
That's what's going to happen.
You think so?
Yeah. It's obvious, surely. Jan Ola's will have a couple more years, I think. This is my opinion. Just to say, this has nothing to do with the EBU or anything like that. I've heard nothing. This is just my personal opinion. I think Jan Ola's will do a couple more years and then he'll pass it over to Krista Bjorkman. I just think that's the way it's going.
I don't know. I mean,
he basically does quite a lot already for the contest.
No, he does.
I just feel like it's going to go that way.
That is true. That is true. We have to wait and see. I don't know because Christian Bjorkman is getting up there in age. I know because he's going to be like over 60 at that point already. I mean, it doesn't necessarily prevent him from.
How old is he these days?
He's like almost 60 now, I think.
Really?
Yeah. So that doesn't mean he prevents him from becoming, but usually they go, with the younger folks.
No.
So I don't know. We shall see.
Lithuania is 14th overall. Lithuania is 14th overall.
See, to enter already 14th. Oh, well, that's not bad. And they were like.
I thought they were lower than that. So yeah.
No, certainly not. Like, but they're just saying.
Is that in?
It's on their radar.
All 43 of every song.
Yeah,
all 43.
All 43.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Right.
And I'm not saying
Fair
that
enough.
they think it's going to win, but it's on a lot of people's bookings' radar. That's what they're saying.
I could see why, because it's a really sweet song. It's a really sweet performance, and it's it made Christian sort of tear up a little bit the other day. So it can have that effect on people. But I just worry. I think if they get through this semi-final, they'll feel a lot better about it in the final. I think because some of the competition will have gone.
Yes.
I think tonight's the real clincher for them if they can get through this. And bear in mind they do have help from the UK and Ireland and a couple of other countries in this semi-final. So.
Yes. All right, so we have 9 minutes. We're going to stay on for 5 more minutes.
9 minutes.
And then we're going to head out so you can all get your drinks ready, use the bathroom or whatever, and make love. It's up to you. As long as you're back in time for the show, right? And we'll be back.
Just to point out,
after.
it's just gone on into the arena on the screen now. We've got a countdown.
Oh, yes.
Well, it's the time, but it's inside the arena for definite.
1951, 32, 43, 44, 35. Okay, so that's a couple more questions. Ooh, testing the sound.
Oh.
I don't know how it's beeping. It's time. It's time for the fire stage director of both Belgium and the Netherlands. It's the same. It's time to fire. Oh, yeah, no, it's the same one. They both got a little bit of
What's
slack.
that? Sorry.
The guy who staged, the same guy staged Belgium and Netherlands this year. It's the same guy who staged it.
Oh,
so
right.
they're saying he should
Okay.
be fired. I like it. Again, subjective.
But I don't see anything wrong with either performance. So
Yeah.
it's a strange one. I don't know why people seem to be reacting in the way that they have to some of these.
Yes, I feel as assuming Netherlands going to do well, that they're going to all come around all of a sudden
Yeah.
again, But he's getting a lot of heat in the Dutch media, so I feel bad for him. Okay. RTP Play, you can all see it live. Just go to the website, which is from our Portuguese TV RTP. Try that out, Sean, if you cannot find it. There are options.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, I mean, you may well consider getting a VPN, which is like basically it can change IP addresses. So that's what I use at home. I'm not sure how savvy you are system-wise, but that's usually my workaround. What's up?
They can go on tvm.com.mt. They do live stream too, and I don't think it should block its more.
Malta as well. Malta what?
TV.
I have no idea what you're blocking.
Okay.
What is it? tvm.com.mt.
MT, yes.
Yeah. So there you go. A couple of options for you.
Chat, because I can't.
Yeah. Rocco Vitic says, thank you for feeding us with live streams the past 2 weeks. We're not done yet. It's only Tuesday. There's still Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So after today, we have still 4 more days.
Yeah.
But thank you for the compliment. I'm like, totally yelling at them.
Thank
Like,
you.
it's not over yet.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
We don't want to
I
talk
wish they'd
about
turn
it.
this off though.
I know, this is very
mute
annoying.
it.
It will they will turn off probably by the time the show comes around.
Yeah.
And good news, they didn't turn off the fake results earlier.
Oh really?
Yeah, we got to
Oh.
watch them.
Okay.
Iceland qualified again.
Oh, that's
I think
good.
Iceland qualified every
It's because
single
I sent
time.
a tweet to the EBU, isn't it? That's why.
Yes, probably.
Saying we want fake results.
But Iceland qualified every single time, I think, in the fake results. All 3 shows, if I'm not mistaken.
I think they do that for a reason. I'm not gonna lie.
I think that is kind of funny. What's up with the beep? That is just the testing of the sound.
I think. Oh, it's not going anymore though. That's good.
Yep.
They've got a clock on the screen that's got a beeper of some kind on it for some reason. Some kind of testing.
Sorry,
equipment.
I'm going. Did you understand the Maltese URL? Did you get that one?
It's tvm.com.mt.
tvm.com.
So try that. If it doesn't work,
Yes, we typed it up. Hopefully that'll work for you, Sean. We do what we can.
yeah. Oh, and also apparently on Reddit there's a stream thread. So if you go on reddit.com/r/Eurovision, I'd imagine there'd be some kind of streams on there that you can find. So there's plenty of ways around it.
Yes. Plenty of ways around it. It's just frustrating. For me, it's frustrating because when I rewatch the performances, I'm like, what the... so close, I almost said it. And
What the frick?
So and then I just got the VPN, and I'm like, it's so good. It's like, it's really nice. Although then you have to remember, your Google all of a sudden looks really weird because it picks up from that country. If you do Sweden, I'm like, oh gosh, no, everything is Swedish. So I tried to switch to the UK one, but that's usually the biggest one too.
Yeah.
So then
Any final thoughts?
Any final thoughts? I don't think so. I think we're
covered
just
it,
really
haven't we?
excited. The last thing I'm going to say is make sure to come back after the results. Whether you're happy, sad, content, hungry, tired, whatever, right? I think
Yeah.
whatever
I can think of
emotion.
more, but I won't say them.
Yeah, I almost said something too. And whatever it is, come back after the results. We'll be here discussing what has transpired and our feelings. Share your thoughts,
Yeah.
and watch the.
And hey, we
watch
know-
the draw.
Yeah, well, hey, we know you're busy, we know that you might forget, so to make it easier, why not subscribe to our channel, and then you'll get a notification every time that we're live. How's that for shameless promotion?
That's why you're the smart one. I'm the pretty
Yeah.
one. I'll stick with that
Oh,
in my mind. All right, guys. Seriously though, so go ahead, have fun with the show. We'll be back, and I have a feeling somebody will be crying.
Could have different faces to this
Could be,
in
yeah.
2 hours, so yeah.
Oh gosh, I'm so nervous.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Anyway, let's go ahead. I almost said the 3 words that I'm not supposed to be saying. And
Let's carry on.
yeah, let's carry on. And I'll see you all soon. Or we'll see you all soon. All right.
Enjoy.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.